United Nations was created in 1945, it was based on the principles of equality for all and the dignity and worth of every human being. At this time, there was limited information about the persons living with disabilities, and little attention was given to the challenges faced by this group. Including efforts to realize the rights and promoting the empowerment of persons with disabilities have been central to UN mandates from the very beginning. In the early years, focus was mainly placed on charity, welfare and rehabilitation. It then shifted toward recognizing the barriers to participation in society for persons with disabilities. The concept of human rights began to gain ground internationally in the 70s, and in 2006, the UN adopted the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. Today, people with disabilities work together with the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs to create a world that is accessible, equal, and inclusive.
Good day. Thank you for joining the Office for Students with Disabilities at the University of the Western Cape as we observe International Day for Persons with Disabilities in 2021. I'm Verushka Daniels and I'm the manager for the Office for Students with Disabilities, and with my amazing team of staff, we provide assistance and support to students with disabilities for all their academic related needs in their journey at UWC. We work very closely with our students, and this has allowed us to witness their leadership and resilience, especially throughout this period of the COVID-19 pandemic, as they've engaged uninterruptedly for most of the time with their academic program, and we are therefore confident that our students as change agents will continue and lead the conversation around life for persons with disabilities post-COVID. Welcome.
Good day to everyone who's watching the video. My name is Victor Williams from the Eastern Cape. I'm completely blind and I'm from Xhosa culture. I was a student in the University of Western Cape from 2013 to 2017. I did my BA General from 2013, and then in 2017 I did my postgraduate certificate of education.
Hi, I'm Richard Anthony. I used to be a member of UWC community. I still consider myself to be one. I'm a postgraduate student who knows what it's like to be differently abled and be new at university and think it's a really big thing. It can be, and it is, it can be huge because this is an opportunity to grow and to become a better version of yourself and to learn something new.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarnambio. I am one of the UWC alumni, and I am very grateful today to be part of the people who will be delivering the message of hope to the people that I'm sharing the same sentiments with, which is the people with disabilities or in the unit that I was at. I am very humble to be part of them, and I really thank you for the opportunity that I have been given.
Greetings to everyone. My name is Sianna Kubokana. I'm currently a master's student at the University of the Western Cape at the History Department. I'm doing my first year in the master's course, and pretty much been a great journey for me. And it feels like it was yesterday when I was a student, a first year student at the University of the Western Cape.
What I can say to you students is that you need to persevere in your studies, you need to work hard, and especially that you are living with disabilities, you have to work extra hard. I know it is a challenge in university when you are having a disability. For example, in gathering the information of doing your assignments or preparing for your tests, it is always a challenge. But in order for you to conquer that, you need to work extra hard. And how do you work extra hard? You'll have to utilize each and every resource that you lay your hands upon and that you know that will assist you in terms of doing your work.
And it was really a great experience for me, because for someone who's living with what we call invisible disabilities, it really was a bit of a struggle for me to kind of adapt into a university space. But because I was registered under the OSWD office at the time, it really became a bearable and a much more fulfilling experience, because I was in a care of people who understood my individual needs with regards to not just academia, but generally also with regards to things like mental health and my mental well-being.
It's not something that cannot be done. It's not insurmountable. In fact, I think with the resources that are available there at UWC now, I remember when the Office for Students with Disabilities, OSWD, was upstairs. We had to rely on an elevator, and it wasn't as advanced as it is now. When I look at the new center, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like a new era. UWC really investing in us as a community.
As we all know that these 2 years have been difficult to all of us as students, I would like to encourage every one of you that whenever or whatever happened, it should not affect your studies. Whenever you think of shutting down that computer or putting down that pen, please think of the choices that you have made before you came to the institution, because I know that you didn't just came here without a reason. There was a reason why you came to study.
So we need to work hard, and the other thing that I can advise you is to use the Office of Students with Disabilities within the university. There are people there who are always eager and willing to assist students. So when you're having a problem, when you're having a challenge, always talk to them, always contact them in order for them to assist you and in order for you to do well in your studies. It is possible for you students to do well. It is possible to get your summas and your cum laudes, because even us, we did exactly that, and it was true hard work and dedication. So what I can advise you is to start working hard now.
So with this video, I would like to encourage our students to also know that whenever they might be feeling an academic burnout, there is always help and assistance in their Lodestar and in their way for them to access. We have the unit, and in the unit we have someone who has been designated as a counselor. So there's always a support structure in place for you to access in order for you to perform at your highest academic capability.
As you start to utilize these different departments and start learning more about on-campus culture and life, you realize that you are more than capable of. Yes, it's tough because anything worth having takes hard work. But I can tell you from my own personal experience and from what I've seen from so many other amazing students, differently abled and alike, we really are capable of almost anything we put our minds to, as long as we keep pushing forward. And yes, it's tough, but it's so worth it at the end.
COVID-19 and all that happened last year and this year should not affect your studies. Please persevere. I know it's not easy, but you will do it, because we have done it. There were challenges, but we've made it. So it means that you can also be able to do it. So I would like to encourage each and every one of you today that there are challenges and there will still be challenges, but please don't give up.
So with those words, students, I would like to say, keep on working hard, keep on striving for doing good in your studies and in completing your degrees in record time, because it is always assumed that students with disabilities will always have a delay in terms of completing their degrees. So it must be different with you students. So try to complete your degrees in time. Even though I know that it is a challenge, yes, I understand it will always be a challenge, but try to work an extra mile in order for you to complete your degrees.
I got my honors, my English honors, a year or two ago. I graduated. And now I go into teaching. I can step into almost any interview and feel confident in my qualifications and who I am, because UWC really shaped me and made me more capable of things that I didn't know I could do, like hold an interview, create a CV, apply for work, have a qualification that really just pushes my resume a little higher, you know what I mean? So this is something that's worth having. It really is. And I believe that we can do it, that you can do it.
Whenever you think that this road is not the journey now is not easy, but think of the reasons. Why did you came to varsity? Why did you wanted to do the social work degree that you are doing? Why did you wanted to do the law degree that you are doing? And why did you wanted to do the master's or the PhD or the accounting degree that you are doing? Whenever you think of that, then you will gain the courage to do what you are here to do, or you will gain the courage to study more. So that's the message I would like to give you today.
Being differently abled doesn't mean that you're not capable. It just means that life is different. Sure, there are barriers, but we don't let them define us. They are a part of us. And they make us different, they make us special, they make us great, and they can get us to where we need to be in life. I'm happier for it. So I hope that you guys keep pushing, keep being great, leave footprints behind, so that so many others who think that this is too big, I can't do this, they can see from your example and from so many of us beforehand that this is something that we can and we will do. So, much love. See you guys. Bye.
In terms of accessibility and inclusion, I believe that every person with disability should be included in the community, whether it is in the university or the community that he or she is living in.
Hello, my name is Refilwe Lisedi Moloi, and I am a student registered with the Office for Students with Disabilities. I was privileged enough to participate in the PME workshop, virtual workshop, and I probably will never have the right words to articulate what this workshop has done for me and what it has meant to me. But I will try. What was different about the workshop is that it was more of the students doing the work and the facilitator facilitating, really nudging us in the right direction. And this was eye-opening, really, because I myself suffer from an invisible disability, and I got to interact with students who suffered from visible and invisible disabilities, and listening to other students who have been where you are or are going through what you've gone through, and seeing how they've survived and them sharing how they've survived, it makes you feel less alone and more motivated to push through or soldier through. But with empowerment, it gives you the tools to do that in a healthy manner. It's not to say that it's a quick fix. No, it's not. It's a journey. But it helps you go through the journey in a healthy way and in a healthy manner. I mean, I'm so excited to participate in the workshop again next year, because I'll be a different person than I am now, because I'm currently using the tools that I learned from the workshop now to better myself and my situation. And I would encourage any and everyone who needs a bit of empowerment or a nudge in the right direction to definitely take this workshop and, see what it says to you and how it changes your life, because it definitely has changed mine.
Hi, I'm Jabbar Mohammed, and my name sign is. I'm a deaf person and a former student at the University of the Western Cape. I graduated on 14 March 2008. My message to you is made accessible in English through a South African Sign Language interpreter. Today, I would like to share with you my experience as a former student at the University of the Western Cape. Why did I choose the University of the Western Cape? Oh, that's a good question. I applied to various institutions. Now, I had studied financial management in 4 to in 6 through Cape College in Cape Town before I enrolled at the university. I was the first deaf graduate to graduate from Cape College without ever having had access to an interpreter, and I was determined to continue my studies. I wanted to study chartered accounting, so I applied to various institutions, but the only institution that accepted me was the University of the Western Cape, where I enrolled in a 4-year program, a BCom degree in public management. I studied without an interpreter, It was hard, but I built a good relationship with the lecturer as we came to a mutual understanding. I would receive notes before and after class. Such reasonable accommodation measures were done without me ever feeling patronized. It helped me to understand the terminology and technical words. I approached all my lectures that way, and I feel that the disability unit at the University of the Western Cape is the best place. They look after, guide, and support their students. Yes, you're expected to work on your own, but at the end of the day, you get a lot of support from the university. That's why I chose the University of the Western Cape. What my life was like at the University of the Western Cape. I had the best time of my life. While I was a student, I would go to the library, I would go to the disability unit and participate in group discussions with other students. I also got involved in short courses and evening classes, such as English literacy courses and many other 2-week or month-long short courses. Now that contributed to my successful integration, and the university became my second home. I also worked part-time at the disability unit as an editor for blind students. I scanned class notes, edited the documents, and sent them for printing to Braille. So I led a fast and busy life as a student, grabbing as many opportunities as possible to learn and be prepared for life after I graduate. I also volunteered at a deaf school as a life skills teacher, where I taught deaf learners every Saturday. That contributed to how I approach my teaching methodology today. I was also involved in a Parliament research program that directly related to my studies. Public management is not only about the public and people. Public management also involves governance and understanding government structures. The University of the Western Cape also broadened my perspective on life as I was exposed to different cultures, religions, and diverse people, including persons with disabilities. I have such a close bond with the institution. I feel that the university is the best institution ever. I am sure that I echo the thoughts and feelings of many graduates. That's why I feel the University of the Western Cape is the best place of quality, an institution that facilitates the enhancement of life skills and education as it prepares you for the open labour market and how to deal with diverse people in diverse contexts. Thank you to the university that supported me. Regardless of not having access to an interpreter, they accommodated me and provided class notes, etc. So that's my 4-year life journey at the University of the Western Cape. Watching, I would like to say good luck with your future endeavors. You can do it. And if you only take away one thing from my message, I want you to remember you can. Thank you for watching, and thank you to the interpreter for providing the voiceover. A special thanks to the University of the Western Cape Disability Unit for inviting me to share my message. Thank you again. And remember, the University of the Western Cape is the best institution and place of quality to enhance one's life skills and education. Thank you for watching. Love you all.